you're stressed, do you know that stress can actually kill you because it affects your brain, your mind, and your life? And this is a session we're going to talk about today, because today you might learn a thing or two about how you can manage or reduce the stress in your life. So welcome tonight to tonight's Facebook Live, where we are talking about Let's Talk NLP, tips to reduce stress. And this Facebook Live is kind of a continuation from the last 2 weeks, and we already spoke about time management, how you can take back your time into your life, because if people are able to determine your level of time management, that means you might to get stressed out. I have to watch out a second. Oh, my darling wife says to me, my hair is not in order. I don't know, okay. It doesn't really matter, okay. Thank you. Okay, I'm stressed out already. Wow. So who am I actually to talk to you right now? Well, allow me to introduce myself to you. My name is Andreas Dorn. I'm running a company here in Malaysia called Asia Mind Dynamics. I'm your certified NLP trainer. And in our NLP training, we help you to create your life the way you want to experience it, which means that you will be able to manage your emotional states, as well, of course, to reduce your stress. So I think we can get started very quickly about this one with this session already with my beautiful introductory video. Alright, okay. So let's get started with this exciting show that I prepared over the last couple of hours. And of course, you know, you can smash that button in the right corner of your screen when you look at me and inform other people about this video, because they might want to learn a thing or two as well about how they can reduce their stress level in their life. And they won't get stressed out as well, because, hey, it's just me talking to you about how do you reduce your stress, all right? So, yay! Of course, you can learn, in this session, you can learn about how do you reduce your stress. But why shall you again listen to me? Well, let me introduce myself to you once again. My name is Andreas from Asia Mind Dynamics. I'm running an NLP training company in Malaysia, where we teach people to create their life the way they want to have it. Oh, please don't stress me out. Let me know who you are, who is listening in, because I do know that some people are already watching the show tonight, and it would be wonderful if you share with me where or who you are, so I can give you a shout out. So I don't just need to stare at the numbers here. Yeah, of course, Natra is here. My darling wife is here. She just told me that my hair was a little bit messed up, which is a bit funny for me, because it's not much hair left anymore. Reducing my hairline is also stressing me out. It's a sign of messing up stress, of course, as well, mess up stress in my life, all right? So, hey, we are going to talk about stress, and stress is such a major common issue across the world, actually. But we are talking about two different forms of stress which exist in our life, and one is called eustress, and one is called de-stress. And you might think de-stressing means letting go of stress. No. De-stress doesn't mean letting go of stress. De-stress is the bad stress. Eustress is the good stress, ladies and gentlemen. Eustress is what you are after when you want to run your life. Eustress is the good stress. So don't get stressed out, don't get into de-stress modes today. Both of them might be similar, and eustress might lead to distress, so I have to talk about what this is all about. But again, don't stress me out. Let me know who you are, of course, you know. So not all stress is bad. We have some stress, like eustress, for example, is heightening your sense It's pushing you forward. It's the one that helps you to avoid car accidents. It powers you through the day overall. It helps you actually, and that's an interesting part. Eustress helps you to stay clear-minded in chaotic situations. So I have to be clear-minded here right now in this chaotic situation right now because eustress is powering me on. If you like what you're hearing here right now, it gives me even more eustress. It motivates me totally. Let me know who you are, please, okay? So eustress is a good stress. It motivates you. It gives you that feeling of good fulfillment. It gives you focused energy. You can focus on what you want to achieve, but it's your coping ability in different situations. And it feels exciting and it actually helps you to improve your performance. Now, hey, we're going to talk about how do you reduce stress levels. So eustress is actually the stuff that you should love to have within yourself because it feels good within yourself. It feels really, really nice. That's the eustress part. It motivates you. It gives you the focused energy to move forward. It feels exciting, like I feel excited here right now. Are you excited, ladies and gentlemen, over there, out there, over wherever you are watching from? And it improves your performance in your daily life. So if you like eustress, well, let me know if you like eustress. It's like you stressed out. Somehow along that line, these words, honestly speaking, sounds wrong to me. Eustress, versus de-stress. De-stress sounds to me much more nicer. Even it's the bad stress, the stress you don't want to have in your life. Eustress means like you stress me out. It sounds like, I don't know what's wrong with it, words overall, but hey, that's terminology. I don't want to get stressed out over this one here right now. So let's live with eustress and de-stress as science gave it to us. Eustress, as I mentioned just now, eustress is a good stress which motivates you, which focuses your energy, which gets you and powers you through the day. It feels exciting, it feels good, and it improves your performance. Now the thing is really, that stress overall actually should not be long-term. Stress overall should just be short-term only, and then your body should go back into that natural state after a situation has passed. But hey, what kind of situation which is stressing us out actually? Hey, Purnima! Wow, so nice to see you here as well. Good to see you. Yay, I can give you a shout out, Hey, 2 weeks ago, was it last week? When you were stressed out that I didn't give you a shout out after you watched the replay of that video. So yay, today you've managed to be here on time. Yes, to watch that session. Love it that you're here, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. So we both can enjoy the eustress, okay? So you stress me and I stress you. We both get happily getting stressed together. How would that be overall, all right? So it's good to see you here. Absolutely, all right? Now, the demands of our daily life puts our body always actually in this heightened state for a longer period of time. And hey, what demands of the days we have in a moment, I share with you in a moment how stressful life could be overall, okay? But these demands of daily life put our body in very stressful, in a heightened state of alertness all the time. It makes our heart pump frenetically much. The blood vessels constrict for longer than your body can actually cope with. And over time, when you're too much exposed to stress constantly, thanks, Purnima. Love it. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, then you can actually the stress can cause a toll onto your body. Now, as I mentioned, how does stress actually happen? Okay, stress happens all around us all the time. Our days today, nowadays, living in an environment in a city is designed to stress us out totally, Where do we have a single moment where we can actually sit down and relax? So And I was just reading a number. Just a moment ago, I read the number that in Malaysia, stress levels or mental illness, let me read this out, 29% of Malaysians have mental problems like depression or anxiety due to stress. That's 29%. And that was a number from 2018, which is scary because in 2011 it was just about 12%. Can you cope with that stressful number overall? That you're going up? Hey Jackson, good to see you as well. All right, and Angel is here. Okay, if the angels are around, we are safe. The pharmacist is around, we are safe. Jackson, what are you doing? So I do know that we both are in safe hands here overall. Let me know what you are doing, if you've got a good job as well. It doesn't stress you out overall. I think you're a trainer or something, right, Jackson? So I'm Angel. Hey, we stressed him up more. Yes, Angel, you stress me out, you know. I hope you are the good angel soon. Thanks for joining in overall, okay? We are talking about stress tonight and what stresses us out and what are the ways to reduce stress in our life. And I was just mentioning that Malaysians have 29% of Malaysians have mental illnesses like depression or anxiety, mental problems. I don't like to call it illnesses overall. Consultant now. Oh, you're a consultant. Oh, yeah, you're the con man, all right? Consultant. So you are stressing out people, isn't it? No, consulting is a good job, of course. You know, it's very important to help companies as well and get to a better space as well, of course. You know, it's really, it's nice to see you here overall, Jackson. Really awesome. Angel is here, Ponima is here, whoever else is here, please let me know who you are, okay? So, I was also just mentioning that 29% of Malaysians that have experienced mental challenges like depression and anxiety, and this number has increased from 12% in 2011. These numbers are really scary. And that is because that 80% of our days or our life, we are going to get something. We are working towards something, be it in school, be it getting a degree, be it in university, getting a job, getting a decree, I mentioned a decree already, getting a promotion, getting rich, stressing ourselves out. We are pacing from station to station, from space to space. Always fright my client. Fright by your client, or your brain is fried, or you're fried. You gotta share with me a little bit more what you're doing, Jackson, all right? But it's great to see you here, definitely. Thanks for all the likes, okay, guys? So we are working towards something throughout our whole life and constantly working towards something, pacing constantly. It's not good for our body. We are getting up in the morning time, it freaks us out already. From the early morning, getting out, taking care of the children, taking care of husband, wife, getting into the car or getting ready, getting into the car, driving to traffic, getting at work, managing your relationships, managing your friends, managing everybody around you. Automatically, stressful situations are with us constantly and all the time, and it is just the nature of our life today that we are in stress, you know. So many sources can have our stress. We have no chance to get out of it, you know. We have no chance to get out of it. And what I was reading is actually the body does not differentiate between physical and psychological threats. You know, it's just reacting. So if you are stressed out over a busy schedule, or if you're in an argument with a friend, or if you are stuck in a traffic jam and that freaks you out overall, or if you are just believing you are stressed out, your body does not know the level of stress. It is what you're doing inside your mind, and your mind reacts always on a heavy level as if you are in a life or death situation. And that is not good. Your emergent stress response, if this is exposed for a longer period of time, then your level of stress is always on. And that's not good. Hey, Teresa joined as well. Good to see you as well, all right? Hope to see you soon again, of course, you know. So the more your body is activated on a constant level, the harder it is actually to switch off overall. So let me repeat this again. The more your body's stress sustain, yeah, that's like German. The more your body's stress system is turned on constantly, the harder it is also to shut it off again. Hey, Sean, good to see you as well, all right? So when your body is constantly in that level of stress level, it's harder to actually wind down overall. And this long-term exposure then can cause, well, hurts the body, hurts the mind, as I mentioned earlier, and hurts your brain overall. I read a number actually that your brain actually shrinks if you are stressed out too much. That's a scary thing to say, you know. The thing in your head here, which is so important to our life, is shrinking when we are stressing out too much. How is that possible? You know, it's like really, really, really scary overall. You know. So because it's rewiring. You want stress from Andreas? No, I don't want to have stress from me. We are rewiring. If we are stressed out constantly in our life, we are starting to rewire our brain, leaving us more vulnerable to anxiety and depression. And that's the case then. When this is happening, we are rewiring our brain, neurons firing together, wire together. And that's meaning automatically the impact could be a shrunk brain. So basically speaking, and leads to anxiety and depression. Hey, also good to see you there. Yes, all right. John is saying stress, if you read it from the back, is desserts. Oh, I see, desserts. Okay, change your paradigm of looking at it. We are getting there in just a moment. So negative stress. So we've got 3 different levels of stress. Acute stress, episodic acute stress, and chronic stress. So acute stress is kind of still related to the good stress. See, which was the good one? The eustress overall. Eustress? Eustress, yeah, that was a good stress. Because that's the one which is still motivating us. Hey, yes, James, nice reframe. Welcome, Sean. Eustress, acute stress is kind of the positive traits, which makes us feel good. If we are in an acute stress situation, we might get motivated. We're powering through the day. We are in the flow maybe even. We are focused energy. We are fulfilled. We are doing what we want to do. That's good stuff to have overall, all right? The eustress or the acute stress can be positive. The challenge comes in, of course, if the acute stress is staying too long and we are moving into episodic acute stress, because then it gets heavy. Because if it's not resolved, it increases in our body, it becomes chronic stress. It leads over into chronic stress. So the episodic acute stress is often short. These are people, they are often short-tempered, irritable, yes, and anxious. Those people are worrying a lot, they are pessimistic, they're looking at the negative things of sides overall, and they tend to have this episodic acute stress. So that is like when acute stress becomes happening too often, they go episodic, and then people become worried and anxious, and it starts to impact their body. And if that is not winding down, if they don't find the remedy to wind down, to get into normal levels back again, it might go up to chronic stress. And that is constant stress. The body does not know anymore how to work it out. So chronic stress can actually happen from poverty, interestingly, isn't it? But it makes sense, right? If you're always worried about money, then it can put you into a constant state of stress overall, which is called chronic stress. Hey guys, watching this one here right now, let me know what are situations which are stressing you out. Let me know as well. What are some of that situation that stress you out in your life? Like, I don't like to be in traffic jams, you know. It's really like, wow, really, really, really challenging, you know. It was so nice always over the holiday periods when I'm going from Solaris, where my office is, going back to Tamandesa, where we are staying, and it just takes me a nice, beautiful 15 minutes driving. But if you're really in bad traffic jams like last Friday it was, I think it was raining heavily. We were over 1 hour in traffic jam, and it's like tens, millimeter by millimeter. That's a stress I don't like to have, you know. That's why it's like, oh man, what is stressing you out in your life? What are some situations that stress you out? And let me also know, what are some of the remedies you are having to wind down, to relax, to find the me time, as we talked about last week? It would be really, really good if you share with me some ideas of what is the stress that you experience in what kind of situation where you are stressing yourself out, or where stress comes up to you, as well as what you are doing actually to manage to reduce your stress. Yes, Sean, I totally agree with you, because handling stress is something you can develop. It's a good way of looking at it, basically speaking, because, and I'm coming to this one in just a moment, it's about how do you manage your life, how do you manage your mind, how do you manage about situations overall. Hey, Alex, also here, good to see you, and I heard you are together with Sue today. Wonderful to see you, all right? So we just talked about what can, increasing weight, okay, that's a stress level, of course, it can cause stress, all right? So, absolutely, all right? Hey, Sue is there, Sheila, and you are there. All right, Alex. Good. Love you guys that you're all here. It's really awesome. I'm really happy. So we just talked about chronic stress. What can cause chronic stress overall? A dysfunctional family. When people, hey, Sue, also good, okay? When people are in a dysfunctional family, fighting all the time, don't know how to handle communication, for example, it can go into upheaval totally. That is terrible for our people. Dysfunctional families, stressful situations, family break apart can cause chronic stress. Yay! Also, James is saying things that you out of control, things not meeting expectation, can stress people out. Exactly what we are talking about, the control, in just a moment. Hey, Gwanhan, good to see you as well. All right. Love to see you guys here. Awesome. Really. An unhappy marriage, or if the parents are stressing out, the kids can also be, of course. Unhappy children can get stressed out because they can't break through to their parents, maybe can't communicate well to their parents overall. It's also happening. Unhappy marriages, unhappy relationship, and a bad job. If you have colleagues from hell, or bosses from hell, or you are not getting anywhere at work, when you want to get somewhere and you get bullied at work, people get bullied at work. It could be, of course, that automatically you are getting into stressful situations. Sean, are you talking about Gwanhan? Sean, are you talking about Gwanhan? You know Gwanhan, or Gwanhan, you know Sean? If not, let me introduce you to each other, because both of you are all NLP practitioners. So chronic stress, a hardcore stress overall, can be bad for your body, for your health. It can cause heart diseases, it can cause cancer, lung diseases, accidents, of course. It can impact your liver, and it can cause suicide overall. Hey, yes, you know each other. How cool is that, okay? Hey, Sean, you got to invite Gwanhan, because I'm always trying to get him into BNI as well. He was a visitor once or twice before, so it's really a cool guy. Great job, great work he's doing. Hammering the walls. So, let's talk about, because what happens, whatever happens to your outside of you, and that's what you are mentioning right now, Sean, I think it was, is that whatever happens to you, it's how your mind reacts in a situation, and how you are reacting to a situation that causes you to stress out or not to stress out. And what I'm sharing with you might be really uncomfortable for some people, not for you guys watching this right now, but maybe for others overall, okay? Because it's how you are defining a situation externally happening to you that is causing you, that you define it as stress. Something is happening outside of you, and then you decide within yourself overall, that is stressing you out. And it's again our self-talk in our mind, our reaction to an external situation that then ultimately say, oh gosh, that stresses me out. And you are giving a command to your unconscious mind then to deliver you the stress level that you actually don't want to have overall. So stress is how you are coping with your external environment overall. And that is actually something you can change. Because I gotta share with you something which I loved to see. Some people, when I do this research, I come across people who lived thousands of years ago, and these people living thousands of years ago, they do already know what it is all about. We are talking about self-help development. Hey, this guy by the name of Lucius Annaeus Seneca is a Roman guy, a philosopher. He said, if you really want to escape the things that harass you, what you are needing is not to be in a different place, but to be a different person. It's such a cool quote, isn't it? If you really want to escape the things that harass you, you are not what you are needing is not to be in a different place, but to be a different person. That's an awesome quote, isn't it? It's such an awesome quote from this philosopher thousands of years ago, and he knows already what's going on. In NLP, we are saying this simply about this: you are in charge of your mind and therefore your results. And that means when you decide within yourself, this is stressing yourself, and it's an unconscious response to situation. We are not saying, oftentimes we are saying it maybe, I'm stressed out. We are saying it, yeah, but sometimes we are reacting to situations and we are stressing ourselves out because we have learned to stress out within those situations that are coming out. So when I'm driving up to the traffic, I see the red lights inside of me. In the meantime, I might have created a program running in my mind saying, oh no, a traffic jam, and boom, my body reacts to that situation. Hey, bruv, good to see you. My body reacts to that situation and automatically gives me heightened alertness and challenges and gets me into a stress situation overall. That is a challenge overall. We are installing those limiting programs within ourselves. Good to see you as well, Professor. Yes, good to see you. It's been a long time overall. So what is Sean saying? You got to realize your limitations and change and able to look inwards and how you handle your stress level. Exactly, Sean. That's it. You are on the same level as that philosopher because it's about us, how we are coping with it. Now, you guys, having learned NLP, of course, you do know how to handle it overall, okay? Because it's how you are managing your mind. But what can you do if you are not trained in NLP? Because some people are not trained in NLP and they have to cope in their life with that stress levels overall. So let me share with you a couple of ideas. First of all, it's about starting. Okay, let me switch it off a little bit so I can talk one after the next. My apologies for this. It's too early. I got to start with this one. Yes. Acknowledge it. Acknowledging your situation. In NLP, we call it awareness creates choice. You gotta acknowledge the situation. There's no shame in acknowledging it. You gotta become aware of it. You know that you gotta say you're all over your head. You gotta just step up and say, if you can, boss, it's too much. I'm stressed out. I need to wind down. Darling wife, darling husband, I'm stressed out. I need my 5 minutes of relaxation. Dear Papa, dear Mama, I need to be able to get away from you for a while. I'm stressed out. Acknowledge it. What stresses you out is very, very important, okay? Sometimes at a higher level, you need to start a stress journal. That basically means you gotta identify. It's about awareness creates choice, Realize what tasks are you doing? What are you doing? What's happening around you that causes you to be stressed out? Because once you have a journal, again, it's about awareness creates choice. Maybe you're smoking too much. In any situation, you're smoking. When I was still working in the corporate environment and I worked with my nasty client who always shouted at me for 2 or 3 hours in one phone call sometimes. And when we had team meetings and I didn't want to cope with his bullying, his nasty remarks, I had the feeling I gotta go toilet. honestly speaking, I had to go to the restroom. I had to handle it over to my project manager, and I just had to go restroom. That was a program running within myself. It took me years to figure it out after I learned NLP, and that I realized, yeah, in order when something is stressing me out, I had to pull myself away, get away from that situation because I just couldn't cope with it. That was my coping mechanism to get out of that stress situation. So you gotta find out when are you stressing out, write a journal. Maybe you're drinking too much, you're eating too much, maybe you're simply zoning out in front of your TV or your computer, not actually picking up anything but just zoning out there without actually taking in any information. You're withdrawing from friends and families. You're taking pills and drugs already. All of those might be symptoms of stress which you have to identify through writing a stress journal. You're procrastinating or you're sleeping. Even if you're sleeping too much, you might be in a stressful situation. Now I know what my darling wife earlier said. There's this one little thing which stands up too much and that stressed my hair out. My hair stands up. Maybe I'm really stressed out here right now, okay? So, something you like most likely. Hey, body and mind is the same. You need to eat better. Watch your diet. What are you eating when you're stressed out? Because, hey, if you're constantly on burgers, or hey, I love my pizzas, but if you're constantly eating on pizzas, or if your food is your, how to say, the one to numb your pain, your stress level, not good. So you gotta watch out on your diet overall. What are you eating overall? Good clean stuff might be useful for you overall. Exercise, my favorite part. Exercising, my runs helps me to reduce my stress level because it pushes me to the point where I'm really absolutely zonked out and bungered out and I'm like, I can't get stressed anymore because I'm just too tired overall, okay? Focus on my breathing. Focus on breathing one breath at a time and really consciously observe our breath. And hey, she's not here yet, but I gotta say something. If you want to focus on your breath and you're getting there afterwards, I think, yeah, I'm getting there afterwards, okay? So we learn to meditate, learn yoga, learn meditate. I'm not sure if my friend Vanessa is here. She is in this one, Visi Yoga. Yay! If she is here, I do a shout out to her right now because if you want to learn yoga, it's about managing yourself as well. It's about reducing the stress level. This Vanessa in Visi Yoga, she the one who specialized actually in yoga for stress management. Highly recommended. I promise you that, really. But learning to meditate is also about focusing inward and letting go of everything that externally moves your way. Simply taking a break, taking a breath, taking a break is also very, very important. Take a break, not take a Kit Kat. I'm not paid by Kit Kat, but take a break and really break away from what you're doing, pattern interrupt what you are in at that point of time to really letting go. And of course, along that line, what we are of course recommending always here in Asia Mind Dynamics is about learning hypnosis, learning NLP and other mind management tools, what people call nowadays as well, about mindfulness, which is nothing else but self-hypnosis. It's about being able to go inside and working on the level of anxiety, on depression, and actually letting go, learning how to let go of stress through NLP, through mind management tools like hypnosis, like NLP overall, because that is the important part in order to get your life back in order overall. So these are 8 things you can learn easily, can do easily in order to make things happen, to help you really get out of that stressful situations in our life. But it starts with the acknowledgement first that we are stressed out. And I believe, I'm not sure if you agree with me, guys, I believe the first step is really, really, really always the hardest. Acknowledging that we are stressed out, acknowledging that we are in a stress situation, acknowledging that we sometimes feel out of control, but then realizing that we are in charge of our mind, that if we are believing we are out of control, means we are getting out of control. There's nothing we can do. But in order to say, hey, one situation is causing one person to act normal, another same situation can cause a person to get stressed out. If two people experience the same situation, they are reacting differently, it must be in the mind how they are coping with that situation. So automatically stress is created inside of us, similar to what Sean said earlier, is created inside of us, and how we are looking at the world through our minds. And of course, watching this one, I'm not sure if it is for you guys or not. I would like to share something with you which I think is very important to me nowadays. It is something, if you were to go to our website, for example, asiaminddynamics.com, and you are going to realize very quickly at the upper left, upper right corner, when you look at that page, you'll see something called Store. If you were to look at that store level, if you click at Store, what is then happening, and I'm hoping I'm not losing you here right now, what will happen is that you are then getting to this website in that store, and there's something called actually the Stress Busters Victory. It's a course which is about stress management overall, to get stressed out. If you don't want to go to an NLP course, if you can't afford to go for a yoga, even if you want to take a way out first to get guided through how to manage your stress, get this course. Right now it's 80% cheaper than before. It's just $18. What you are learning is really about how to get bust your stress overall. You're going to learn how to break that vicious cycle of stress and create your freedom. Imagine a life without stress, guys. Really, it is possible. Hey, Onket, good to see you as well. It is possible to have a life without stress, and you can get not only video tutorials, you get hypnotic recordings, you get ebooks on how you become successful at busting your stress level. It's a very beautiful course, guides you through, where you find out, first of all, you are identifying level of stress, different types of stress, similar to what we've talked here right now. But you talk about stress as entrepreneur, stress at work, making your workplace stress-free, how stress is bad for you, the impact of stress on your children, terrible. Don't have stress on your kids, the kids don't deserve that. Setting boundaries, so many people don't have the boundaries to reduce stress. If the nasty client comes up, if the nasty colleague comes up, or the co-worker comes up, or the boss comes up, how do you establish boundaries? Ways to reduce stress, and a recap and conclusion as well. So it's really easy for you to do, to avoid becoming a victim of stress today. You can actually make that happen very easily, and it is possible today. We have that reduced from $80, $88 usually, to just about $18 only right now, and you contact us immediately as well, or you can click on the purchase button, get it now, and you just buy it easily, okay? It's a one-time stress level, but then you are letting go of that stress by learning all those tools on how to bust stress. All right, that's for me today. I'd like to say thank you to all of you joining me today, and I realize here right now we got 825 likes already, 408 hearts. Whoa, 16 whatever. It's really an awesome session. I love you guys to be here. It's really great and awesome and wonderful. I hope I didn't stress you out. If not, you know what to do. I'm relaxed, I'm happy, I'm wonderful. I look forward to seeing some of you tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye, and remember, you are in charge of your mind and therefore your results. Create an awesome life.